Alright, this is part one of pretty much my story. And it's all true. But I'm going to get started with I probably smoked way too much weed. And I probably did way too much drinking. But it eventually led to some stuff. And I think I would slowly let maybe like one demon in. Then I would hear some voices occasionally when I was really high. And then it slowly went to hearing voices all the time. And through this whole process, I was out of high school, full-time job, just pretty much living this garbage life. But everybody, I don't think anybody could really tell, maybe a couple people, but I still had a full-time job, making decent money, and the voices wouldn't really affect me unless I got really high, which I loved to do at the time. So I would still be smoking, still be drinking, and that's when it would really creep up. But I was at work one day and somebody told me about like the Illuminati and all that stuff, so I started to look into it. And I'm probably skipping a lot of funny stories, and I'll probably go back, but I'm going to try to make this like 15 minutes. So, what was I going to say? But, oh yeah, so, I started looking at all that stuff, looking into the devil worshiping stuff, because I knew something was really wrong with me. And I mean, I took a visit to the mental hospital, just self-checkout, because I was like, I can't do this. It's driving me freaking crazy. I can't sleep at night. So I go in there, they give me some pills. And when I'm walking out, I'm like, can I drive? Like, I asked the lady, and she's like, you can drive. You feel like you can drive? And I was like, I guess. But I was gone, man. I probably hadn't slept in like a week, hearing crazy voices. Closing my eyes, seeing freaking pornos. It's freaking nuts. But what I did was I took these pills, but it just like completely zombied me. So I would be at work like just dozing off. Luckily I had a garbage job, but it was just not fun. So one day, I'm skipping a little, but probably a year later, still going on, off and on, taking these pills. But in the process, I'm still drinking, still trying to party. And, I don't know, just still not really letting it bother me until I'm about to sleep, you know, so I would try to get as wasted as possible just so I could fall asleep. 3 hours later, I'd wake up like dead sober, just like, it was awful. So, I found out about the Illuminati stuff, so I was like, that's crazy. So for like months and months, I'm just looking into like devil worship and stuff. And I'm just like, wow, that's crazy. At the same time, I'm thinking, it's freaking nuts. And I hear about the Masons, so I'm like, the Masons sounds sweet. Like, what are they about? So I'm hearing about that, trying to look in and all that stuff. And then I stumble. Then I was like, wow, man, if the devil's real, then maybe God's real type logic, which probably took way too long to figure that out. But watched like somehow I found like a Chris LaSalle video, and I started to be like a huge fan of that. So he's all about the self-deliverance stuff, so I was like, wow, that's sweet. So I'm like, man, I need to contact him and do all this. So I think I tried calling him one time, and I'm sure he had like 1 million people calling him, but I didn't get through it. So I was like, that's crazy. But at the meantime, I'm not half as bad as I used to be, because I quit smoking weed. So at this point, I'm only drinking. And I'm still going out on the weekends and everything, but I kind of quit drinking. But at this point, I think I'm getting, as crazy as it sounds, I'm getting, somehow I meet up with this guy, and he was probably an FBI, like, undercover person or something. So he's, like, saying he was an old friend of my other friend from college, and he heard about me, and he wanted to hang out and meet up. He just moved into town or something. So I'm like, oh yeah, that's cool. And I think it's a group of like 10 people went to this baseball game. So after the game, somehow, I don't know how it happened, but I ended up hanging out with this dude a couple times, just going to different bars and stuff, and just watching UFC fights and stuff like that. But one time he was talking about, he was big into like Joe Rogan and stuff. As I'm like getting big into like Yahweh and Yahweh ben Yahweh stuff. So I'm getting big into that, and he's trying to convince me of the Joe Rogan stuff. So I'm like, I don't know what's up with this dude. So he talked me into going to this comedy show. And at this point, my life's a wreck. So I got a couple funny things happening to me. Like, I don't know, it's embarrassing, but I think I got burnt. So, but I had no medication at the time, and I didn't feel like going to get the test done. So I was like, I'm just going to drink a bunch of cranberry juice. And I bought some cranberry pills, and I was just going that route, like all natural route, like thinking maybe it was just like a like a tract infection, you know? Because I drank a lot of sodas, I was thinking, so maybe it would go away. So, but we go to this comedy show, and the first guy is like, I've never heard of any of these guys, but he's hyping the main guy up like it's his favorite comedian. And I've never heard of these guys, but I guess they might have a TV special here and there. But the first guy, he's like, I don't know, they said he was on True TV. So I was like, okay. So we get there kind of early, we get a good table. And this place is pretty packed, but it's small. So, like, you can hear it. And the guy is just, the True TV guy is just basically doing my life down to the second, man. It was freaking awkward as hell. Like, everything he's saying is my life. Like, basically just clowning me. So I'm just like, what the hell? I'm trying to bust a little laugh here and there, but at the same time, I'm like, what the hell's going on? But with me hearing all these voices for like years, like, my whole life has been freaking nuts. So I'm thinking, wow, this is just maybe, but it couldn't have been coincidence, but it was freaking nuts. So like, I started to get second feelings about this guy, and after the show, I'm like, what do you guys think about that first guy? And they look at me like with this evil look, kind of like, he sucked or something like that. And I was just like, yeah, he did suck. But it was just crazy. So at that point, I'm like, man, I don't know what the hell's going on. But I'm watching these Chris LaSalle's videos. And, I might not be looking at the camera all the way, but I'm watching these videos, and, I get to this one, it's like self-deliverance. And this was after a night where, I don't know, I think I got my drink spiked by this dude. I'm like hiding in the bushes in the bar because I think I'm getting chased by like people, and I might have been, because like cars were zooming by like in this neighborhood where I was hiding, and I think my drink got spiked, so I called somebody to come pick me up, and it was probably the craziest thing they probably ever heard, but it was nuts. So like these trucks are zooming by, I'm hiding in these bushes, and I'm pretty sure I got spiked. My drink got spiked by this dude, and I don't know what they would have done to me, but I don't know. It was nuts. But so I'm hungover like hell, basically, is what it comes down to. So I feel like total hell. And I'm just watching YouTube videos. See this Chris LaSalle video about self-deliverance. So I'm like, man, I know I'm really jacked up right now. And so I go in my room and I lay down and I start doing the self-deliverance videos. And at this point, I believed in demons and ghosts because I had so many encounters with them. But I'd say 15 minutes into doing it, I'm yawning out demons, and I can feel them coming out of me, and my whole body's like, it feels like I'm on like a super painkiller or something. It's all like super crazy feeling, and I'm just spitting out demons right and left, probably for hours. And as this is happening, like I hear in my eardrums, like trumpets playing, like from heaven, and like finally I woke up basically. So it was freaking crazy. So I hear all these trumpets playing. And this goes on for probably like 4 hours, non-stop. Demons coming out of me. And I mean, I've had, I don't know, I don't even want to go back to that, but maybe on a different video, but so the self-deliverance works. So I finally get clean. And what else? Where do I want to go with that? But oh yeah, but the craziness probably just began. So I get clean, and I'm living in this apartment, a 1-bedroom apartment. So I'm I don't know what I'm doing. I'm in this 1-bedroom apartment, and I got a couple kids, so I get my kids every other weekend and a couple days during the week, so I'm hanging out with them. So at that point, I was smoking cigarettes. I basically quit that cold turkey, and I quit drinking, like right on the spot. Like there was no urge to drink anymore. So I was clean, and I finally think my thinking was right. But then I noticed like craziness, like I had some normal neighbors, and then all of a sudden, like I got neighbors that are all wearing all black, like black makeup, black everything. So I'm in this apartment, And I'm thinking, wow, what the hell happened to my neighbors? Like, all of a sudden they just disappeared, and now I got these new neighbors. And at the time, I was, I was still, like, seeing this girl. And I was talking to this other girl, and this other girl was, like, an IRS. She worked for the IRS. But she got on politics one time, and she mentioned, what do you think about the politics? Because the Trump thing was going on, and I was like, I don't really care because it's all fake. I said something like that. And her response was like, wow, you know more than a lot of people. And it just hit me like, what the hell is this lady talking about? But, because I didn't think she was about that, so. But she had, like, the craziest laugh. Like, it basically sounded like a witch laugh from, like, a movie. So, you could hear that laugh and, like, be able to look over and be like, oh, that's what's her name, you know? But I started hearing this laugh next door in my apartment while I was trying to sleep. And I would hear all these people talking, and, like, all of a sudden my wall felt like it was, like, paper thin. So I'm like, what the hell's going on? Like, how can I hear all this crap? And, I'm trying to sleep, and, like, I don't know what the hell is going on. But I started praying that, to, like, the angels to bring war on them. Because I assumed they were, like, devil worshippers. So, it gets to the point where, like, one night, I'm out praying, and, like, an hour later, like, it's actually working. Like, I can hear, like, somebody, like, in that apartment screaming in, like, serious pain. And I hear everybody else running out of the apartment, like, running down this hallway. But this person's still screaming, and, like, they're yelling, no, 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 stop, stop, stop. And at that point, I'm like, nah, kill him, just kill him. And I'm yelling, like, burn his eye out, and, like, weird stuff, like, that's going in my head. But I just hear him, like, screaming in pain. So, I don't know what the hell happened, but all of a sudden it just, like, stopped. And when this is going on, like, my body is, like, feeling this weird buzz, like, it was kind of like my call if I wanted to end his life or not. And I said yes, but, like, I don't know if Yahweh really did yes, or maybe he's just like, nah, Steve, like, you're retarded. No, you can't do that. But it just stopped right then. So, like, this would go on for, like, that whole year. Like, occasionally I would just sleep through it, and then occasionally I would try to send some angels over or try to pray an attack on it. And it's just freaking nuts. But, I also had some other weird stuff. Like, I came home one day in my apartment, and there was, like, a black and white, like, voodoo-looking doll on my floor in my room, in my kitchen. And, I don't know where the hell it came from, but it took me, like, 2 seconds to just sweep it up and throw it in the trash can. But just weird stuff like that kept happening. And, I don't know, I'd pray for people's eyes to, like, burn out. And we had a huge snowstorm. And this crazy guy came up to me, and his eye was all jacked up. And he looked like he wanted to kill me. So I'm like, I wonder if that really happened. Like, I wonder if I prayed that his eye was going to be jacked up like that, and it really happened. But I might end it right here. But, I just want to thank Yahweh Ben Yahweh, Crystal Saw for making these videos. I like a lot of stuff right now, but I like Yash Corral, 7th Stage. like Richie from Boston, call for an uprising. And I just feel like I had to get one video out. I've had some other crazy things. I might do a part 2. But we'll see what happens. Alright, I'm out.